Hi, it's Mark from Orange Rocket. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to the channel. So on previous videos I've talked about repeat orders and the better depth of data that we're getting on Amazon. I've talked about, on a very recent video we talked about hibernating users, high risk users, the high performing top tier customers and all of those. So we're starting now to get much better, more granular data on who our customers are, and hopefully we'll be able to in the future be able to target them. But one of the things that we do for our clients is that we try and give, based on the data that we've got, we try and give them as much information as we possibly can about who their customers are, and particularly around repeat orders, lifetime value, and then also things like cost to acquire. So there are various reports now you can look at. Brand analytics, but the problem with brand analytics is that it contains search data and sponsored products data only, so you're missing some of the information. So if you download the Amazon Fulfilled Shipments, assuming you're on FBA, or you could do it via All Orders, what you'll end up with is a report like this, depending on the period that you download it for. Now, I've removed all of the data to the left and the right, but normally that would obviously contain some information, and I've blanked out the beginning of the email. Now, you don't actually, of course, get the Amazon email address, the customer's email address. All we get is the marketplace that the order came from. We can see that there's a couple of MXs, and this is a US client, so and then a couple of a CA there, so a Californian one there, but most of this is US. But we get a unique buyer address. It's not their real one, but one of the things that it really allows us to do is if you highlight that row there, and then you go, I'm on Excel, but you can do the same thing through Google Ads. If you go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules and do duplicate values, and then click OK, what you can see is that instantly it highlights for you which customers have repeated more than once. And you can then start doing some really clever stuff. So if you have a look at the sheet 1, so what you can do here, and this is the same data, let me just remove this out of the way. So what you can do now, I've created a pivot table. So what you can see here is that this particular customer, we obviously can't see their email address, but this particular customer has ordered 81 times. Wow. So, and their total value of their items over this period, obviously I don't know how long this period was that I actually downloaded it for, but they've generated £3,000 or dollars of sales during this period. And now what you can then do is you can do some clever things, like you can look at, how many unique orders, how many unique customers are there, what's the total amount of revenue, obviously you know that anyway, what's the total amount of customers you've got, because that's a customer and that's a customer, even though they've ordered a total of 89 times between them, it's only actually 2 customers. What's the average order value? So you can start to work out on average what's the average order value. What's the order frequency, because you've got dates. What's the annual customer value? What's the order value? What's the lifetime value? So things like, if I could spell, obviously I can't, average order value, what's the lifetime value, the LTV over this particular period of time, because you now know what your customers look like. Now, it's not an exact science, but it gives you a feel for how your customers are performing. Now, you obviously need to do some fairly sophisticated formulas within Excel to do all of that calculation, but what I'm trying to explain is that data is here, and that you can actually use it sensibly to try and get a better understanding of what your customers are doing, what they're ordering, what the average order value is, etc, etc. I hope that helps. If anyone's got any questions about or how we go about working that out, then I'd be more than happy to share that if anyone wants to reach out to me. Thanks very much, and speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.